Welcome to the 2024 annual business meeting. I am Melissa Robbins, the Chief Executive Officer. I've had the pleasure of serving in that role for the past 7 years now. I am joined today by 4 other NAWDP leaders. Dana.
My name is Dana Keller. I'm the Executive Director at GAM Incorporated in Northeast Missouri, and today I am here as the Chair of NAWDP.
David.
My name is David Barch. I'm the Director of Vendor Relations and Special Projects with NAWDP. I've been with NAWDP for close to 7 years. In the past, I was also the Director of Membership. So now we have a new membership director, Alexis Frank. So this allows me more time to be at events out on the road. So I look forward to meeting as many members as possible.
Kim.
I'm Kim Meadows, and I am the training director here at NAWDP. I've been in this position now for a little over 2 years. I am based out of Georgia, and previous to this position, I worked at a workforce board in Northeast Georgia for about 15 years.
And Alexis.
Good morning, or hello, my name is Alexis Franks. I am the Director of Membership, one of the newest team members. So I am based out of Raleigh, North Carolina, but I've worked in WIOA and workforce development programs for youth and adult across the Southeast region. But I'm glad to be here with you all today.
Perfect. The goal of our meeting today is to review who we are as an association, discuss the highlights of some of our core programs, assess where we are now, and talk about where we are headed. So we'll start first with some of the core pieces of our association.
Yeah,
Dana, I'll let you take it.
Oh, sorry. NAWDP is guided by our mission, values, and the vision. Our mission helps us focus and prioritize, maximize our impact. Our vision clearly outlines the purpose, which is you, the workforce development professional. And as our board and staff discuss opportunities, we ensure that any action is in line with our mission and vision. Our values define who we are as an organization and what sets us apart from others. So we function on our values with everything that we do.
Perfect. Let's talk about our strategic plan for a little bit. And this is what guides our association. Back in 2020, the board undertook a different type of strategic planning process. And our goal was not to just talk about goals, write it down in a document and put it on a shelf someplace. We really wanted something that would keep us driving in the right direction. And so during that process, we came up with 3 pillars that make up our strategic plan, which are in line with our mission, vision, values, and really support everything that we do. Those 3 strategic pillars are resilient professionals, financial stewardship, and persistent advocacy. Under each of those goals or pillars are goals, or what we call key performance indicators. And again, at all of those, we make sure that they're in line with our mission, vision, values. And when we set a goal and we achieve that goal, we put one right in behind it. So again, that helps our board and our staff just keep the association moving in the right direction. Now let's talk about our core programs. We'll start with membership.
Thank you, Melissa. 2023 was a great membership year for NAWDP. We actually ended in December of 2023 with 3,851 members. And with such an increase, we began our thinking of more ways to increase the opportunities to connect, advance, and innovate for workforce development professionals. So we've seen this year, you all very involved in our community feeds and our forum on our website, attending our events. And we continue to look forward to more ways to give you an opportunity to connect with professionals from across the country. So you may see some membership engagement surveys or emails coming to you. If you're a lifetime member, you may receive some specific communication. But we are looking for more ways to get you involved and to help you see the value of your membership. We hope that you do see things to continue to grow. And we hope that our membership continues to grow and create a larger network of workforce professionals.
Perfect. Thanks, Alexis. Something I failed to mention at the beginning, if you have questions for any one of us, please go ahead and put those in the chat and we'll be able to get responses right back to you. David, certification.
2023 was a record year for certification. NAWDP has had the Certified Workforce Development Professional credential for over 20 years. And in 2023, we had 409 new CWDPs, and we ended the year with 1,164 CWDPs. And the top 5 states with the largest numbers of CWDPs were Virginia, Colorado, Florida, Maryland, and California.
Thanks, David. Kim, training.
Yeah, so 2023 was an exciting, innovative year for training as well. Actually, at the end of 2023, we did a survey of what your top learning goals are as members. So we did a survey. We got our top 10 learning goals, and with those learning goals, we're really intentional about driving our professional development offerings. So one of the highlights of what we've done based on that survey is our summer learning series. One of the top goal actually of the learning survey was how do you leverage AI in workforce development? So we've developed a 4-part summer learning series that is taking place from June until September. Some additional highlights for 2024, we've done our NAWDP Day of Learning, which is for new workforce development professionals. We also have our 30 minutes of excellence sessions on the 4th Wednesday of every month, and we go into different workforce topics. We have different presenters, different subject matter experts from the field. If you can attend those live, they are all archived on our NAWDP YouTube channel. And then something that we're doing coming up also is our Network with NAWDP event, and it's specifically for NAWDP members, and it'll give us a time to meet each other, have peer-to-peer learning, and then in addition to that, really just network.
Perfect. Thank you, Kim. Now we'll talk a little bit about the financial position of the association as we ended 2023. As we discussed earlier, financial stewardship is one of the 3 pillars of our strategic plan. NAWDP's Finance Committee is led by our board treasurer, Paul Papasergi. The association ended 2023 with $1.6 million in equity. And that was $330,000 ahead of where we were in 2022. So a very strong financial position for the association. With this strong position, the board has decided or discussed how we should invest those assets back into our members, back into the association. And we'll talk about some of those exciting programs here in a few minutes when we get to upcoming projects. Dana, I'll do a short little intro of this. So as members of the association, anytime that there is a proposed change to our bylaws, you as NAWDP members are given the opportunity to vote on those. And there was a resolution passed by the board that Dana is going to explain. And so we want to make sure that that is very clear what the resolution is proposing, and to make sure that we get any of your questions answered before we ask you to vote. So again, I'll remind you, if you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. Dana?
So as part of our strategic planning for the past year, the executive committee has been working on board compensation, and are we where we need to be for the best use of our individuals and to get the most out of the board as we continue to serve this association, and to make sure we have the long-term success. And since as Melissa said, since our board makeup is part of our bylaws, it is necessary to bring these changes to our members at least 30 days prior to taking the vote. So NAWDP board manages the organization using active committee structure. The corporate powers, our business and property of NAWDP are exercised, conducted and controlled by the executive committee on behalf of the board of directors when it's unable to convene. And then to align with the adjustment in the compensation of the board, it's recommended that we are going to adjust not only the executive committee positions, but also the full board in terms of the number of individuals serving on the board. Currently, our board, we have 35 current board members, and we will be looking to reduce that number to hold. We currently have 22 state directors, 10 regional directors, and 3 at large. We are looking to reduce those numbers. A couple of different reasons for the reduction of those numbers. One, it helps with enhanced decision-making. 2, it improves our communication. It brings stronger cohesiveness, greater accountability for us. We focus more focused and can be more specialized with our decisions, becomes more cost effective for our association. It provides a little bit more flexibility, adaptability. It increases engagement. Those are just a handful of reasons as to why we're making these changes. So we would be looking at moving from 22 state directors to 15. And then our regional directors would realign to meet the DOL regions, reducing us from 10 to 6. And then it would eliminate the at-large directors in general. That change also would reduce the executive committee size. We currently have a chair, vice chair. Our secretary treasurer is 1 position, and then we have 4 at-large directors that serve on our executive committee. The proposed changes to our bylaws will reduce us to a chair, a vice chair, secretary will be 1, treasurer will be 1, and then we will have a sergeant at arms. Again, focus driven to help us move this forward. As always, all of our board decisions are at the forefront of everyone's mind is how will this benefit our members? And it is the belief of our full board of directors that by enacting this change to the composition and the executive committee, that there will be a higher engagement for our members on the board, leading to a greater amount of innovative conversations about workforce development professionals nationwide and how NAWDP can provide even more support and advocate for them. On August 19th, you will receive an email from NAWDP containing voting information. That voting period will end at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Friday, August 30th. If approved by the members, the changes of the board compensation will be implemented during the 2025 regional board elections and the 2026 state board elections. So the changes to the executive committee will be implemented during the next executive committee election, which will occur in November of 2025. As always, we thank you for your support of the National Association of Workforce Development Professionals. We count it an honor to serve the workforce development professionals across the United States, and we will look forward to continuing to do so.
Thanks, Dana. Like Dana mentioned, this is something that our board and a committee of our board has been discussing for quite some time. So any questions, please get those to us, and we'll get those answered before voting begins on August 19th. Please be on the lookout for that email. So now let's talk about some things looking ahead, and I'm going to call on Alexis, David, and Kim to help me talk about some of those things. We'll start with something, I guess I'll take the first one because it's happening next week, really, is when we all head that way. But we will be hosting our 2nd annual Business Service Academy in Maryland. We're really excited about the event. We started that as kind of a pilot project to introduce a 3rd event All of you guys are probably familiar with our annual conference, some of you with our youth symposium. So this was going to be a third academy style event. We did that in 2019. Unfortunately, we all endured COVID. I can't wait until we can stop talking about that. But that put a pause in us having regional academies, but we're back this year. So we're excited. We have about 400 people who will be joining us for that academy in Maryland. In addition to that, we have another really exciting project, our Leadership Academy, which is just in the development stages. Kim, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. So there will be a formal announcement coming out in Workforce Development Month about the Leadership Academy and what the application process is and what the selection process will be. But we are excited to bring this academy. It will be 2 in-person sessions and 3 virtual sessions. But the goal and the mission of the Leadership Academy is to provide leadership skills and strategies that's going to drive transformational change not only in organizations but also in the workforce development sector. So be on the lookout during Workforce Development Month. We will start promoting that, and you'll get to learn more information about our Leadership Academy that will be starting in 2025.
Awesome. Thanks, Kim. And then I'm going to switch over to membership and some exciting things that are happening there. You should be receiving some emails from Alexis with questions. So there's going to be a whole series of emails over the next coming months, because ultimately, as an association, we want to get to know you better and to make sure that you have all the tools you need to maximize all of the benefits of your membership. So Alexis has a lot of exciting ideas, one of which is in the very beginning stages as well. I'll let you talk about our upcoming podcast.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. We are excited to be able to provide another opportunity to engage our members in the form of a podcast. We're hoping that we have the chance to have conversations with you all specifically about the programs that you're providing in your local communities, best practices that we can learn and share from each other, and having another opportunity to connect and to network and to learn from each other. So we are excited. Our goal is to be able to provide or publish our first episode during Workforce Development Month as well. So this is another adventure for us. And if you are interested in participating, please feel free to reach out to myself. We'll be glad to get you connected to the right person. But we're excited to have some best practices to be able to share and to hear from you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Alexis. And then last, I'm going to go to David. You guys will remember when he introduced himself, he said special projects. And this definitely falls into that special projects category. But at the end of this year, we're going to be going into our youth symposium. And there's just some special things that we're doing with our members who are serving that youth population. So, some partners that are going to be at the youth symposium in numbers that we've never seen before, and then a new grant that we've been working on. David?
Thanks, Melissa. Yes, we're really excited. The NAWDP team has been working really hard to bring new life into our youth symposium and to have new resources to share with our members and those who attend who are serving the youth population. It's probably one of the hardest populations to serve. And we have such a big variety of people that attend our youth symposium. But we've been able to work with Job Corps, their regional managers, and we're going to have a Job Corps track at our youth symposium. And this track is engaged, it's for everyone. It's not just for people that work with Job Corps, but this is a resource that so many people don't know about. It provides healthcare, it provides shelter, learning opportunities, so many things. So this can be such a great resource for the youth that you're serving. And also, We're part of a grant with CAPE Youth through ODEP, the Office of Disabilities Employment Policy. So CAPE Youth is about sharing resources to help youth with disabilities gain employment. We're very excited that the Assistant Secretary of Labor, Taryn Williams, will be attending. She'll be making some opening remarks. There'll be some great resources on mental health, working with youth with disabilities. So no matter how you're funded, if you come to our youth symposium, both of these will be great resources for you to learn to how you can better serve that at-risk youth population.
Thanks, David. All right. So a lot of things to look forward to at the end of 2024 and into 2025. David, I'm going to go right back to you. Any final thoughts for our members?
You know, I am proud to share that with our Business Service Academy, those that attend will be able to receive a business services endorsement. So this is the first time we've offered endorsements in about 4 years. So we're excited about that. And that work group is working really hard on finding ways that we can offer endorsements through direct training opportunities.
Perfect. Alexis.
I am looking forward to looking for more ways to connect with you all and hearing from your thoughts, what resources will benefit you most and how you can value your membership. And thank you for the welcome. I've received a warm welcome since joining the team. So I'm glad to be here to support your membership needs, and feel free to reach out.
Kim?
Yes, so I think my closing remark for our members would be stay connected to NAWDP. We have so many opportunities to engage, network, and stay connected. So we have an amazing social media platform. So if you're not following us on Facebook, LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, or no, it's X, formerly Twitter, and then also Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if I mentioned those. But make sure you stay connected with us. Make sure that you engage with us. That's one of the things that we want to do with NAWDP. We don't want you to just be a member of NAWDP and check that off the box, but also engage with us. Think about some learning opportunities that you want. For things that you want to learn, remember we have a NAWDP YouTube channel. So we have 2 to 3 years of learning opportunities that you can go back, look at those, check those out. And then if you have any ideas that you want to share with me, please feel free to reach out as we're thinking about our professional development offerings for the upcoming year. Thank you.
Awesome. Dana?
I'd just like to thank everybody for tuning in to today's meeting, and as Kim said, starting to get some engagement in the association, particularly as we mature and grow now that we have such just a wonderful, solid staff that have really taken our organization quite far. And if you've missed the summer learning series, I'm telling you, you've really missed out on something wonderful, and I would be inquiring how to get access to it. So that's just my 2 cents as we wrap it up, and I look forward to seeing everybody at the conference.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you to my team. For those of you that have been members of NAWDP for very long, you know that our staff has grown. As of August, we'll have 11 staff members now, which is up from 7 or 8 years ago when we had 2. And that is a direct result of just, number one, the hard work that they're doing, the growth in the membership, the grant opportunities that we have. To reiterate what I think Kim said, please stay connected with us via social media. Alexis isn't lying when she says to reach out to her. She will answer the phone, email you back. So again, this association is about you, and it's really important that you let us know what you need. Don't forget, if you have any questions on anything that we've talked about, or anything as related to the proposed bylaw changes. If you have not already put them into the chat, you can call the office or you can email any one of us. NAWDP uses a pretty simple system. It's our first name at nawdp.org, so you can get a hold of any of us. But thank you again for tuning in to the annual business meeting, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.